Starting off with Soso, and this is Sonny and James Maddison arm in arm walking. I don't know where they're walking to, but nice to see.
Yes, I think it's a nice shot. Obviously, they've gotten so well this season. I think, obviously, it's hard to forget as well. I know everyone's so wanting Maddison to do well this season, and maybe the second half has been a bit frustrating. But you've got to remember, it's also his first season at the club, and he's also got to develop those relationships as well. Obviously, he started so well. Everyone thought it would carry on like that. Being a bit disappointed in the second half, but I reckon, you know, a season under his belt, I reckon his relationship with Son's going to go from strength to strength next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Blue Deer says, Sonny pats Brennan head. Brennan pats Sonny's butt.
There we go. give it and take it. Love it.
From this to this is Mikey Moore doing Sonny's celebration for the under-18s. A few months later, he's playing with Sonny on the pitch in the Premier League.
Yeah, who would have thought? What a moment for him. Special moment. You know, 2 appearances now for the 16-year-old. So.
Nice one. Sonny says, the captain and manager, no one else I'd rather have lead us into our new era, and I couldn't agree more.
Lovely. Yeah, lovely bit of camaraderie there as they go over to the fans. That's a lovely little moment.
Spurs in the sun on the last day of the season.
Yeah, you can't beat Spurs in the sun last day. We can rip anyone to shreds.
Except for if it's in St James's Park.
Especially if you're already relegated team. Well, actually, yeah. Actually, forget that. Was it sunny that day?
Yeah, it was. It was very sunny that day.
Oh, dear. This Spain team got battered once or twice.
Zara says Sonny and curveball.
Yeah, you know what? Sonny's been doing that outside the boot pass a lot recently.
Yeah.
It's something he must have worked on because he's really started to pull it off a lot. And it's really coming into the fore at the moment.
Yeah, it really is. Big up to Sonny. Rocco says, I'll always remember that Emerson did this first. Insane influence. Phil Foden taking inspiration from the GOAT,
exactly.
is he?
You saw Emerson's goal in the opening days. I got to start doing that, Foden. He's like, look at Emerson. Yeah, I can shoot the ball like that. So I think he's definitely taken some lessons from Emerson for sure.
Madders THFC saying, whoever tricked the entire Emirates that West Ham equalised, he's a hero.
Definitely, that's how we got to treat him. What a hero. I do wonder how that happened. Like, who the hell started that?
Ayudi says, shut up, blah, 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 blah. Mickey van der Ven says, closing out with 3 points and a clean sheet, would like to thank you all for the incredible support this season. And Cuti Romero says, top, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, absolutely love their relationship. Absolutely brilliant.
BLTHFC says Kulusevski on the final day away at relegated teams. Yeah, he can't beat him.
We need to play a whole season against relegated teams, and Decky will get the Ballon d'Or.
That means going down to the Championship.
Decky a Ballon d'Or.
My dad always said the best season he's had following Spurs is that one season we're in the division below because we just smashed everyone off the park.
Exactly. So that's what we've got to do.
This is brilliant, actually. Harry Kane refuses to sign an Arsenal shirt. So he's signing all these Spurs shirts, then the Arsenal shirt comes.
Come on, Harry.
And he's like, nah, I ain't signing that. Get that away from me.
Absolutely love it. Chuck it in the bin.
That's exactly what he does.
He should just like wiped his mouth with it.
He doesn't want to put that next to his mouth. Are you serious?
Should just spat on it then.
Joel Kim saying, Sonny catching them bodies. Love to see it. Brilliant performance from him.
Yeah, giving them the runaround, wasn't he? And yeah, Maddison should definitely have scored that. Absolutely. But I love it. He just can't handle Sonny.
Simon Yamini says, Son put up one of his best numbers ever in a Spurs shirt this season. 17 goals, 10 assists. Should tell you how odd the discourse around him has been at times this season. Now imagine how much better it could get as the team improves. World-class player and leader. And this is exactly what I was saying before. Exactly what I was saying. The disrespect on Son's name is just absolutely mad at times.
Yeah, I don't get it. It was almost as if like when he has a bad game, it's like, oh, he's aging, blah, blah, blah. But when anyone else has a bad game, it's like, oh, they're not good enough or whatever it is. But like, you got to realise that everyone has bad games, not Son as well. But when you're putting in those kind of numbers, you know, you'd be stupid to let that go out of your team. And Son has been so effective this season, and I think, you know, he's been a great captain as well. First season as captain, and as Simon says, I think as the team becomes more functional, I think he's going to be central to that.
Yeah. This next one's from Ayudi saying, how do you go and check the monitor and take back the red card? He literally punched Son in the stomach for no reason. And I still stand by it. We were going mad on the watch-along seeing how this was overturned.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is maybe it looks like a punch, where maybe he's just pushing him. I don't quite And I think apparently the referee thought he stamped on him, but he didn't stamp on him or something like that. So maybe that's why it got overturned. But
no, but come on, like we saw it so clearly when the ref went to look at the monitor, he looked at it from the complete wrong angle. Then if he shows it from that angle, the red card stands.
And that looks like a punch to me from that view.
It was ridiculous. How can you punch someone like that?
But he's not holding his stomach, so that tells me maybe that's not what happened.
Mackie says, Spurs fans singing the Sonny chant, Sheffield boys trying to imitate his signature celebration. Who doesn't love Sonny, seriously? Even the opposition, after Sonny gives you a battering, are trying to imitate him.
Yeah, of course. Everyone loves Sonny. You can't not love him.
This is another one from Mal Duck, and in Korean it says, Heung-min Son has a big brother.
Has a big brother? I think it's Johnson has a big brother, surely.
Well, it says Heung-min Son has a big brother.
I don't understand that.
Who Scored says, players to reach double figures for both goals and assists in the Premier League this season. Watkins, Salah, Gordon, Palmer and Heung-min Son. And
it's weird, isn't it? When you look at that list, everyone, when people talk about who's had an amazing season, all those names come up, but Son's name that never comes up, does it?
Exactly.
Yeah, he deserves that. He
exactly.
deserves his respect.
Exactly, and nobody put him in the conversation for Spurs Player of the Year, which, like, before it was given to Van de Ven, I gave it to Heung-min Son. I thought Sonny was our Player of the Year this season.
Yeah, I think he deserves a lot more respect for his season.
Blue Deer says, the little boy keeps staring at Sonny. Look how in awe the Sheffield United mascot is of Heung-min Son.
Well, we're all that little boy.
Yeah. Statman Dave says Heung-min Son has scored 70 goals or registered 10 assists in the Premier League this season, the third time in his career that he has managed 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists. 1920 he got 11 and 10, 2021 he got 17 and 10, and this year he got 17 and 10 as well.
And you remember that season, so he got 17 and 10. That was that season under Mourinho. And everyone was going crazy about how good he was. He got 4 goals at Southampton. He got a brace at Old Trafford. And everyone, under Mourinho, everyone was saying, "Oh my god," because that was the season he had mad link up with Kane. Yeah, he gets the same numbers this season, and everyone's disrespecting him
because he hasn't scored any bangers. That's why
he hasn't scored. That's true. He needs at least a couple of bangers just to make sure he keeps in everyone's mind.
Squawker says only 6 players have scored 10 plus goals and provided 10 plus assists in 3 plus Premier League seasons, and that is Cantona, Rooney, Lampard, Drogba, Salah, and now Heung-min Son.
Son's the only one there without a trophy. I think he needs to fix that. He needs to fix that. Come on, Sonny. Because look, they're all legends. I mean, Son's a legend as well for us, but is he a Premier League legend? I'd like to think so, but if you're not a Tottenham fan, do you think so? Can you be a Premier League legend without a trophy?
Big question. Can you be a Premier League legend without a trophy? So you're saying Kane's not a Premier League legend?
He should be. For me, he is. But if you're not a Tottenham fan, I guess you can be. Why not? But I guess we only use that for Tottenham. Is there any? Can you think of a non-Tottenham player who's a legend without a trophy?
No.
Letizia, maybe that's the only.
It's only Tottenham.
It's only Tottenham. It's only counts for Tottenham, exactly. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Anyone who's a legend without a trophy is not a Tottenham player.
Cho says another season completed in Lily White, and this is Dane Scarlett and Mikey Moore coming on for Heung-min Son.
Yeah, lovely moment that was for those boys, and hopefully it won't be the last time we see them in a Spurs shirt.
Yeah, Football Tweet says Arsenal fans mistakenly thought West Ham scored and equalised against Manchester City, and just just inject that into my veins. These pictures, inject them.
Look at the happiness for believing something that just completely didn't happen. Absolutely love it.
The next tweet as well gives you more pictures of it.
Got someone crying. They're crying of happiness.
And look at that guy on the left. He's doing the irons thing.
Oh my god! How embarrassing! You actually do the irons thing when they haven't scored. In fact, they're letting you down hard.
And the funny thing about it is that Arsenal fan is doing the irons, and then at the end of the game, the West Ham fans, what they were singing. We're all having a party when Arsenal fucked it up, and they were singing Are you watching Declan Rice?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But no one says anything about the West Ham fans, though, and how embarrassing they are. It's just Spurs fans that they want to pick at. Mm-hmm. Fever says Sonny's pass is amazing. We've looked at that already, but it was an amazing pass. We'll go down to Jesse Payneman says Kulusevski whenever he plays against Sheffield United. Yeah, that's 3 goals against Sheffield United this season.
Great last minute winner in the earlier game as well. And obviously
2 with his right as well.
Yeah, true. 2 is right, man. Maybe he becomes right-footed against Sheffield United. Not bad.
Tottenham Hotspur tweeted out just with a shooting star emoji with Dane Scarlett and Mikey Moore.
Lovely.
Kieran tweets out Porro's celebration saying just inject that. Every time Porro scores, it just brings a smile to my face, not just because of the goal, just because of how happy and how fully poised he actually is. Again, what a beautiful pass by Sonny. This next one is, oh, Sonny. I haven't hugged Sonny yet. Kuti suddenly turned around to find Sonny.
Oh, he can't not have his Sonny hug. He's like, about to walk, he was like, oh shit, well, yeah, I need to hug Sonny. I think that's what we all think.
Apollo says there will never be no one like him. Hashtag number 12. And this is Emerson with his step overs yesterday.
Classic. He had to end it with a bit of a step over.
Yeah, probably the last time you're going to see an Emerson step over.
Not a good challenge, is that? Oh, quite high.
Yeah.
You know what? Emerson got sent off for a very similar challenge against Arsenal, didn't he?
Yeah, it's true. StatMuse says defenders with 10 plus goals and assists in the Premier League this season: Kieran Trippier and Pedro Porro, and that is the list.
Yeah, and that's what a solid season Pedro Porro has had, and I think he's going to get even more next season.
Is that a handing over of the changing of the guards for the best fullback in the Premier League?
Exactly, Trippier handing over to Porro.
Spurs Web saying, "Are you all right, Declan Rice?"
Yeah, he doesn't look too happy, does he? Do you think he's thinking maybe I should have chosen City?
Here's what you could have had.
Yeah, Jesus. Imagine Rodri and Rice in the same team, bloody hell. I'll be cheating.
Fighting Cock tweeting out, crying Gooners. You love to see it. Bukayo Saka crying after the game.
Absolutely.
And Kai Havertz sighing after the game. I mean, I don't understand. What did they think? Did they think like Man City were going to drop points at home to West Ham?
Yeah, I think it's mad that they're crying like that. Maybe they really thought that last minute winner for them was going to mean. But to be fair, they didn't celebrate it like it meant anything that last minute. I think
they knew. They must. Yeah,
they must have known. So I don't know why he's crying.
And is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it. So that is the way the internet did react to the end of the season. Give me those Arsenal tears every day of the week. Put such a smile to my face.